everyone's joining in. Today I'm going to be doing my September wrap-up. So September was a good reading month for me. I've read a decent amount of books, and they were, even though it was kind of a busy month for me, but I was still managed to read a lot of books in September. And so let's get to my September wrap-up. So the first book that I've read in September is Steel Tide by Natalie C. Parker. This is a sequel to Seafire. If you haven't read Seafire, Seafire is about a group of female pirates that they're on an adventure and they end up running into the male pirates, and that's all I remember from it. And from reading this, I did enjoy this a little more than the first one, but except I still felt that the main character still bugged me out bit, but I love seeing the cast of new characters in here, and I still really like the world, and I can't wait to read the third book, and of course I give this 4 stars. And the next book that I've read in September is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is about a girl who is using a murder case as her final project for her senior year in high school, and she tries to figure out who's the actual murderer, not the murder that they claim in this book. I love this book so much. I really love the characters, and I really like the plot line of this book. It literally made me not want to put it down because I'm like, what the heck is happening? And all of it, like, I really wanted to figure out along with the main character as she was interviewing everybody for her senior project, and I was like, this is like one of the best books that I've read this year, just because I have not read any mystery book that was like this, and I honestly can't wait to read the sequel, and I know the third book is coming out soon, so yeah, hopefully I'll end up reading those 2 books back to back, but who knows, but I give this 5 stars. And the next book that I read in September is Once Upon a Dream by Liz Braswell. This is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and in this world, and it's one of the Disney Twisted Tales series. This is about how whether Aurora can never wake up, and the whole story goes from there. I really enjoy this more than A Whole New World. I do love them both, don't get me wrong. I just felt with this one it was like, who do you trust more kind of story. It has like a lot of mystery, and you're trying to figure out like what's the truth and which one's a lie kind of situation, and that's what I love about this book. And this is like a really darker version of Sleeping Beauty, which I didn't expect to like, because I know a lot of fairy tales were pretty dark back in when they were written, but I still really enjoy this book, and I can't wait to read more Disney Twisted Tale books, and I give this 5 stars. And the next book that I've read in September is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is about a family who's a famous surfers, and they were having a party, and you get different characters' perspective on what's happening in a party and what was happening in the past. And I love this book. I'm not sure if I like this as much as Daisy Johnson is 6, but I still really enjoy it. I love the characters, and I love their story on like what got to the point that when the party was happening. I really like that, and I like seeing different characters' perspectives, especially about siblings, and I love a sibling relationship and how they got to where they were at in life, and I just really love this book, and I still really recommend this to other people as well. If you're trying to start reading a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, I think I would recommend this, but I also would still recommend Daisy Johnson is 6, which I've read last year, and I also give this 5 stars. The next book that I've read in September is Fangs by Sarah Anderson. This is about a vampire who falls in love with a werewolf, and that's basically the whole point of the story. This is like very short, it's like 100 pages, and I just read this in one sitting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. I really love the illustrations in here since it's a graphic novel. So yeah, I really enjoy this, and I definitely would, not sure if there's going to be another volume of this or if this is just it, but I still love it. It's a really cute story, and it was something I did not expect, especially their conversations about getting to know each other, and I'm like, that's a very awkward conversation, but it's also funny at the same time. I couldn't help but laugh, and I just love this graphic novel so much. This is like becoming one of my favorite graphic novels that I've read, and it's definitely perfect for the Halloween season if you're looking for a vampire or werewolf book to read around Halloween, and I also give this 5 stars. And the last book that I've read in September is Knit 1 Dye 2 by Peggy Earhart, which is the 3rd book in the Knit and Nibble mystery series. And if you haven't read the first book is about a woman who was starting a knitting club, and then her new member ended up getting murdered, and then she ends up solving the mystery, even though the police are like, think they do a better job than her, but what can you do? And that's basically the synopsis of the first book. I really love the series, but I don't know why with this one I kind of been confused the whole time, even though it's another, like I said, it's the 3rd book in the series, and I was excited to pick this up, and it's a book that I've purchased recently, and I've read this as a most recent purchase prompt for Becca's Bookathon, and I was excited to pick this up, but I was like, I might have to reread the other books before I read the 4th one, because the 1st one is a Christmas themed mystery, and I haven't read many. I don't know, I still love the characters and I still like the mystery, but I was like confused the whole time. But I still really enjoy it, but I think before I read the 4th book, I think I would reread the first 3 before moving on, even though they're all like have different cases. Not all the murders are the same or anything, and the victims are not the same throughout the series, but I still really enjoy this, and I give this 4 stars. So that's all for my September wrap-up. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below what you've read in September. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!